Witam Państwa jeszcze raz. Rafał Nowakowski, Dmitrij Salita, przyszły mistrz świata, Piotr Pożyczka w Krąg Gym, w trzecim Krąg Gym, znaczy w tymczasowym Krąg Gym. Mamy zaszczyt dzisiaj gościć Dmitrija Salita, jednego z lepszych zawodników na świecie, rodem z Ukrainy, który mieszka obecnie w Nowym Jorku i który walczy z synem niedawno zmarłego Hectora Camacho, czyli Hector Camacho Jr. Jest to walka praktycznie być albo nie być. Oddaję teraz mikrofon Rafałowi, który zada więcej konkretnych pytań Dmitrijowi.
Dmitry, let's talk about your previous fight. From what I understand, you won. You're very happy about it. Could you please lead us through this?
My last fight was in Brooklyn, New York. It was at the opening of Barclays Arena, which is a new big sports arena in Brooklyn, New York. It's kind of the new Madison Square Garden. And that particular event was the first night of boxing. And it was a great honor for me to be on that show. And as for the last 6 fights, I had my preparations here in Detroit. Actually, we spent to get camp together with this gentleman here, and thank God it turned out well, and I won.
Now your next fight is a big fight. Would you please explain to the viewers of Detroit Polish TV?
Yes, my next fight is going to be in the same place, and it's going to be broadcast on Showtime Extreme. And the fight will be against Hector Camacho Jr., who is the son of a 5-time world champion. Hector Camacho just was shot recently and died. And Hector Camacho Jr. is a very good fighter in his own right. He was ranked #1 in the world, and it's a big fight for me. It's a good fight for me, and I look forward to putting in the hard work and take care of business February 9th.
I bet all your friends are going to be watching this on television. Those who are working probably going to take the day off.
Yes, I think that a lot of people are going to see it on TV, certainly from Detroit, and people in New York. I think he's from New York. I'm from New York. I think it's going to be a real kind of old school type of atmosphere where fans come from different neighborhoods to support their fighter, and I think it's going to be an exciting night of boxing for New York City and for the world.
How important it is for you to be prepared by Sugar Hill?
Well, it's very important. I've been with Sugar Hill. This is going to be our 6th camp together, and I first contacted Emmanuel Stewart about. A little more, almost 4 years ago, and I came out here to train in Detroit, and I worked with Emmanuel and Sugar Hill, and our relationship grew, and we trained together, and it's a very good and competitive atmosphere here in Detroit. It's good to get away from home and get away from distractions, Kronk is a worldwide no name, and pretty close to me. People travel here from different parts of the world. Sugar Hill is a great trainer. I think he is now, and he's going to be recognized as one of the best. And it's a privilege and a great honor to be in this atmosphere and to be training around the best.
That's what it looks like. The legend continues. The Krąg Gym is in the hearts of the people. The facility does not really matter because it's like a family atmosphere, like you said. Wherever the people go, that's where the Krąg Gym is going.
Well, yeah, Krąg Gym is a kind of, a style of fighting, a style of training, and it's really the people that deliver that system. And Sugar Hill is the head of that at this moment. So, right now we're in a different place, but for the sake of the name and it's like somebody has a recipe for a certain cake or for a certain kind of food. It doesn't make a difference whether you're in America, in China, in Poland, in Russia. The recipe stays the same. So Sugar Hill is the continuation of that line, of that lineage of Kronk boxing, and he has his team of trainers that are very good. We see in the background. So I think that it's going to continue, and Detroit boxing and Kronk boxing is going to be back and bigger than ever.
Yeah, I remember Sugar Hill when he started training the fighters. I think it was back in 1999. I was still in Kronk at that time, remember him working hard with those little guys, very hard. And I can see the same commitment right now. He does not waste time. You know, he's just very, very hard worker. His knowledge is much better than was 13 years ago. Of course, he was around the manual for all those years, and he's got his own experience also. He put everything together, and now we have product of it, like Mr. Salita, a few other fighters. Hopefully, I can adapt to it also. I love this place. I love atmosphere. I love fighters. I love Kronk fighters. You know, I mean, it's just hard to leave it. You know, it's in your heart. You know, you grow up in it. I mean, it's there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many years you been coming over here? 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years, something like that. Yeah. And you don't want to go nowhere else, right? No.
I love the place.
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York is good.
It's good.
But
No
you know, there's something special about this. It got a certain flavor that no other place has. And you know, Sugar Hill, like Peter said, Sugar Hill, you know, is very enthusiastic about his work and very enthusiastic about his fighters, and he lives boxing.
Yeah.
And I think with that enthusiasm and the knowledge and the experience that he has, he's gonna reach great heights.
Excellent.
He's open for the new ideas, you know, I can tell. I mean, you know, he's not that one-dimensional trainer, you know. He pick it up what's the best for him. So he's got pretty good potential. He's young and he can really do the big damage in boxing in the future.
Yeah, he's of the age where, you know, he's been around Emmanuel for such a long time, you know, one of the greatest trainers of all time. And he picked up that experience, but yet he's young enough to be able to be open-minded and to absorb other things as well. So that's why I think he has all the ingredients to do what he needs to do to you know, to reach his potential, which is to be a great trainer.
Wonderful. Right before our interview, you have also mentioned that you're bilingual. Would you like to say something in Ukrainian to your fans?
Ну, по-украински я говорю трошки, по-настоящему я говорю по-русски, потому что я с Одессы. Вы по-русски поговорите? По-русски нет?
Just a little bit.
Немножко.
Немножко. Трошки. Трошки. Трошки.
Say something in Jewish too. Say something in Jewish.
Shalom.
Shalom.
But you know, obviously, Russian, Ukrainian, Polish all have similar roots. And when he was doing the introduction in Polish, I could pick up some words, kind of understand the general meaning of what he was saying. But I was born in Odessa, Ukraine, and in Odessa, as probably many viewers know, Odessa, the predominant language was Russian. But I had family that lived in villages, so I picked up on a little bit of Ukrainian and had Ukrainian in school. So, you know, I know there's a big Polish population in Detroit. And, you know, sometimes you go in the stores, you hear people talking, and you can pick up on a couple of things, you know, so it's good.
Yeah. But, you know, one question I have to you is that you're promoting your own show in New York,
Yes.
and they're kind of successful. Yes. Maybe you can tell us something about those.
Well, you know, I've been around boxing since I'm a young boy.
Yeah.
And I've always been a student of the game. I've been
That's most important for each fighter. You mentioned very important thing. I mean, you gotta be student of the game. You know, student of boxing.
Student of boxing.
That's
And
it.
you know, not now. And when I was young, I was never ashamed to ask questions. You know, and I was always very observant. So I've been signed to some of the best promoters in boxing, and I watched it and I learned about the business. And you know, at a certain point in time, after I had built a certain fan base, I started promoting my own shows, and then we started promoting shows that I wasn't part of. And I think one of the things that's important for professional boxing, for the growth of boxing in the United States, and I think the United States doesn't do it as well as they seem to do it in Europe, is to make boxing an event, to make it an event of entertainment that just doesn't feature boxing. Yeah. Features great music and, you know, the walkouts and things like that. And it's important to be able to, for the fighters to be able to appeal to different ethnic communities in their town. And New York City, you know, has a lot of Polish fighters, a lot of big Irish community.
Not too many on these shows. Only Adamek in Production Center. Also, Koji does little shows, but you know, there is a chance for you to bring some Polish fighters out there. You know,
I'd love to. I'd love to.
See?
I'd love to. And you know, Polish people are very, very enthusiastic and proud sports fans, so they come out for their guys.
Hope we're gonna
Maybe we do something together.
Yeah, maybe we do something together.
Wonderful. You never know what's gonna come out from the interview, such as this one.
You know, it's. I feel that I'm stronger and better mentally and physically, and you know, I feel good about this fight coming up. It's kind of my chance to redeem myself and to be able to return to the top of boxing, and I'm taking it very seriously.
What's gonna happen with the Camacho fight?
Well, you know, I think because this fight is going to be on TV and it's going to be in New York and it's part of a big show.
You know what the people saying in Detroit, right?
What's that?
You better not coming back over here without
That's what they always
your
tell me.
hand up.
That's right. I know that Camacho is going to come prepared, and that's good. That's what I like. I know he's going to come to fight, and mentally, I'm preparing myself for the best Camacho that's going to come. And you know, training here with all the young kids, they try to kick my butt every time I come here, and it's good because I know that come fight time.
But at the end today, you heard the guy.
Yes. Well, you know, I'm a pro, and I fight 10, 12 rounds. So you know, I need to take my time and understand the rhythm of fighters, and it's you know, a lot of times guys that first turn pro, guys that are amateur, they start fighting at a very fast pace from the beginning, and that's not professional. You know, I need to pick my spots and see what I'm working with, and so that's what happened today.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm learning more and more about boxing and how many intelligent people are part of it, because a lot of it is a mental game, and you're just another example of a professional fighter who's got the game plan that a lot of people, by not doing an interview with you, wouldn't even know.
Maybe other question: how intelligent guy like you got to the boxing? That's the that's the simple one.
Well, thank you for the compliment, but I don't know if you have enough time in your program to. But you know, my family immigrated here from the former Soviet Union at that time. Now it's Ukraine, but at that time it was USSR. I was 9 years old. And we came to Brooklyn, New York. You know, life of immigration is very tough. My family didn't have any money. And you know, I went to public school. I had cheap clothes. Kids made fun of me. It's very, you know, being an immigrant, as I'm sure the people watching this know, is a very frustrating experience. And at the age of 13, I found Starrett City Boxing Club, which is one of the hotbeds of boxing in New York City. And you know, similar to Kronk, really, from very early on, I was exposed to really, really good boxers and world champions and top contenders. And you know, not to say that I wasn't a good student in school. I was doing good in school, and you know, I come from a traditional Russian family. Both of my parents are educated and a professional. But something about boxing made me feel good, and you know, I don't know. I always tell people I have to go to a psychiatrist and have him analyze me to really find out what, you know.
Because even you cannot answer this question. You just put it in a word, something, which is, you know what, sometimes the mystery is just the best ingredient.
Well, you know, when you love something, it's something, and it's something unexplainable, you know. So, you know, I love the sport of boxing, and you know, I started promoting shows, and I really want to be involved with it after my career is over. And you know, I'd love to be involved with Detroit boxing as well, and Detroit people. You know, I've been here for a long time, for many years now. You know, coming here for several months, and I really, you know, I'm really starting to like this town more and more. So good things. Hopefully, good things will happen.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your next fight. And we're looking forward to following your developing career.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.